In 1962, I remember I had dropped out of high school, but I went back to finish it up. So I graduated in 1965. I decided, having my own apartment would be good for me. And I did. I moved over in Hyde Park. Hyde Park was the mecca for gay people and trans people. It was around October in 1965. And I remember seeing these guys with high heels on. And I'm looking and I'm just shocked. And I didn't know what was going on, but it was comical to me, to see men, they were men coming down the street with silver pumps on, and they were loud and boisterous. I mean, I said, oh, I'm in the right spot. This is where I belong. It was a bar called the Parkside Lounge. This was a threshold for gay folks, transgender women, and we all hung out at this bar. And I became good friends with Edgar, Miss Benet, Miss Herman, Marshane, and it was one guy in particular that I fell for. His name was Maurice. The group of people consisted of everything: transgender, down low brothers, and lesbians, and we all hang out together. And they were all supportive of me. They made sure that I would go to school and have a good job, and they did, and they were my protectors. There were a lot of things that was going on in Hyde Park, and a lot of gay people and trans women were being murdered at a high rate. One particular day, we were all decided we'd go and have our Blue Monday party. Blue Monday was considered where nobody went to work. Everybody would end up in Maurice's house and drinks, and they would just party to no end. They set up and they told me that Marshane, she had been murdered over the weekend. And she was stabbed about 47 times and placed in the bed. That was scary because I believe the person that did that to her was a man that we both met at the same time. The three of us went back to her place, and it was late, and I didn't want to stay at her house. So I left, went home by myself, left the guy there in her house. And evidently he had murdered her later on or early that morning. The police came to my apartment and questioned me because I was the last person to see her alive. And they wanted to know what happened, and I gave them a description of the guy. And they, I guess, listened to me, wrote stuff down, but they never captured the man that did it. And we just couldn't believe this had happened to Miss Marshane because she was always alert and smart, but it did. And we all, had our grieving about her, and we just couldn't believe that this went on. When Miss Marshane was murdered, I became aware and scared for myself and for the trans community and the gay community. Living in Hyde Park and the events that was going on, the murdering and being beat up and everything, I learned a lot by living in Hyde Park, how to survive and, you know, respect yourself and don't, put yourself out there for everybody.